All right, now we are live. Welcome, family. Welcome back to Ask the Earth this hour. I'm your host, Queen Tamara. And this evening, we have a very special guest with us, a love sister, friend that I've known for several years, and Queen Netfah Amina Afia. I will give her a chance to introduce herself. And tonight, our topic is about embracing and celebrating our femininity, what makes us feminine, what makes us the regal queens that we are. And the reason we're talking about this is because there's so much talk um, online and everywhere about femininity and what being a woman is, and it's been misconstrued, and there's a lot of misconceptions and misinformation out there. And for a long time, femininity was defined by other people. So tonight we're going to be talking about it from our own perspective and our own background. So let's welcome Queen Netfah. And Queen, you want to share a little bit about yourself for the listening audience?
Yes, peace. First of all, thank you for inviting me to sit with you and reason about such a um, necessary and pertinent subject matter, which is femininity and divine feminine. And so,
Yes.
yes, my name is Netfa Amina Afia. I am a raptologist and a holistic clothing designer. I've been doing both for over 20, 25 years. I reside in Philadelphia,
Mhm.
where we also have a artisans collective space, I Collective, in West Philly.
Mhm.
And I Collective is a collective artisan space featuring Black and Brown artisans with
Mhm.
based businesses working and creating through process of slow fashion,
Mhm.
healing, and um, just amazing artistry of adornment. And
Mhm.
we work in a collective space there. It's also where you can find a lot of my one of a kind pieces. Also, where find me doing head wraps, offering head wrap workshops, talking about adornment and the transformational power of adornment, which is my specialty. Um, it's also a space where the whole premise behind it is to raise the vibrations, and we do so not only through the offering of our um, artisans' crafts and their services, but also through programming, workshops, artisans' classes, pop up shops. Hopefully, I have you here before the season is through,
Thank you. Yes.
and you're
Yes.
offering. So, so yeah, my purpose in this lifetime is to educate, empower, and be a source of healing and inspiration through the transformational power of adornment.
Oh, Ashe, I enjoyed that description. You call yourself a raptologist. I just out of curiosity, because I've known you for such a long time. Is this I guess it's like a divine calling almost to do this?
I would say absolutely. Um, I have been designing and making clothing, well, designing first
Hmm.
for since I was able to hold a pencil, honestly.
Hmm.
So the gift that comes through me ancestrally and divinely. I went to school and got my degree in consumer and home science economics and specialized in fashion merchandising. And then started, I guess around that time, actually turning the craft into a business. And I would
Hmm.
absolutely say that from the crown to the floor,
Hmm.
adornment is certainly my tool of expression, my divine calling in this lifetime. Even more so, though, is the utilizing that tool of expression and connection to bring me into the circles of women so
Mm-hmm.
that the deeper work can be done, and
I
that
feel.
is healing
Mm-hmm.
of of our mindset of what a self-defining sense of beauty is, and an even deeper, but the even deeper work of kind of dismantling and unpacking um, all the negative conditioning that has occurred, that
Mm-hmm.
has made us feel otherwise, and define our beauty and our value and our uniqueness in a way that's been um, less than the high vibratory that it is.
Okay, I feel like I'm in class tonight. That's a great answer. I like it. Our self-defining sense of beauty, which is really important. Um, what I wanted to talk about tonight, the question, like, what exactly is femininity? Because we hear the term a lot and people use it a lot and misuse it. But what exactly to you is femininity?
Well, from an indigenous perspective, I would say I define femininity as that connection to Mother Earth,
Mhm.
first and foremost, um, compassion, divine wisdom,
Yes.
um, spirituality,
Hmm.
that motherly. And when I say motherly, I mean the soft, emotional side of, or the sensitive side of um, Mother Earth, but also her very protective side, you
Yes.
know, as children. And
Hmm.
so, definitely that's, like I said, that spiritual component, that tapping into compassion and the spiritual side and the nurturing side, especially the nurturing side.
Yes.
Um, for me, that from an indigenous perspective, that is very self-defining for femininity. Um, and our complements, our male complements, possess a feminine side of their being as well. Um, and it doesn't take away from the masculine side. Um,
Hmm.
it basically, helps to nurture and to enhance the connective quality to Mother Earth, the cosmos, and to each other.
Hmm. Mm. Wonderful. Wonderful. And I like how it really emphasize on the connection to the earth because Mother Earth to me is like the archetype of the divine feminine, the nurturing, the giving, the supportive aspect. You know, when most people hear the word feminine, they think of like you said, the emotional, the soft, tender side of being expressing divine feminine, but there's also a powerful, supportive, strong, stable side to being feminine and the wisdom.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Um, how should we express our femininity? I think you kind of covered that a little bit in your last, but how do you how do you express your femininity?
Well, by tapping into it first and foremost, by acknowledging it and tapping into it. I think, and I say that because I think a lot of us, um, especially African American women, um, entrepreneurs,
Mm-hmm.
single parents, right? That kind of umbrella that's not all of us, but some of us fall under,
Mm-hmm.
certainly urges us to pull on a more masculine side of our duality, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
we're now sole breadwinner, we're the protector, the provider, you
Yes.
know, we grinding, hustling, so sometimes in that role, connecting with our feminine side gets kind of lost or muted because we're now kind of having conditioned ourselves to be a little more aggressive, more assertive, and take on a little more of a role, a masculine role than not, right? So that's why I say like at least first identifying our feminine trait, our femininity, our divine feminine. And I know we're not even talking about that part yet, but
Yes.
tapping into that, connecting with that, identifying with that and what it means. And like you're saying,
Mm-hmm.
or like you said, that the softness is not, digested as weakness.
Mm-hmm.
That soft side is, and that loving side, that supportive side, that encouraging side, is more powerful than anything. And just tapping into that first
Yes.
is the first way I connect with my divine, my feminine side, and then embracing it and encouraging others to do the same.
Mm. Yeah.
You know, nature, listening to listening to nature, connecting with Mother Earth, with her heartbeat, womb to womb, right? Women,
Mm-hmm.
we have hearts, our heart above and our womb,
Yes.
connecting with the heart nature of Mother Earth. That's really important. And doing so and allowing ourselves and giving ourselves permission to reconnect with Mother Earth, with the cosmos, with the moon cycle, the stages and the cycles of the moon, stages and cycles of nature, the stages and cycles of the seasons,
Mm-hmm.
puts us more in tune, I believe, with the feminine side.
Yes. That's
And
great.
certainly, connecting with our spiritual side. Absolutely. It's the only way.
Can you say that again, that last sentence, because it started breaking up a little bit?
Yeah. Connecting with our spiritual side, our
Yes.
spirituality, cultivating and nurturing our
Mhm.
spirituality. That's imperative. That is the catalyst. That's the gateway to really tapping into our divine feminine, our feminine side.
Yeah, I agree. Yes. Do you feel we need to redefine femininity as indigenous women? Because a lot of our femininity has been distorted and objectified and just misconstrued. And it's been more of the focus on our femininity on, in a negative manner, with the just how women are portrayed, portrayed. Do you think we need to redefine femininity on our own terms?
I think I think it behooves us to. I think
Mm-hmm.
it behooves our compliments, or I should say, it benefits our compliments, our male compliments, and certainly connecting to our divine feminine, our feminine side. In this time that we are moving through is the call of the cosmos and Mother Earth, most definitely. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we are the healers um, of humanity. And in order to do the healing work that is required right now, is going to require us as well to reconnect
Mm-hmm.
with powerful indigenous understanding of our divine feminine, our divine femininity.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as indigenous women, we, you know, we were the spiritual guides um, and the catalyst, I think, as safe to say, um, wisdom and spirituality for our compliments, for and in that right, um, taking a very strong and poignant role in the leadership and the healing of our people. So from an indigenous perspective, absolutely, that would be like the way I would define it and look at it.
Okay.
Like you're saying, to your point, taking it the objectified, you know, physical um, connotation that comes along with femininity, that it has to be, a sexualized
Mm-hmm.
um, point. It's anything but that. I mean, certainly we have that, I am goddess energy, that if we use that energy the right way and with the right um, intuitive, spiritual
Mm-hmm.
devotion, then we can use this vessel, right? This energy, this softness, this captivation, this ability to captivate, to soften the ego of a man or the ego of, uh, you know, uh, a collective ego, right?
Mm-hmm.
And soften
Mm-hmm.
to allow for um, the shift that needs to occur, or the I'm getting lost for words. Yeah, a shift that can occur, or the war that needs to be won, or the war that needs to be settled.
Yes.
The diffuse,
Mm-hmm.
to ignite. It's a catalyst for all those things.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yes. Um, Now you are a holistic raptologist. You said one of the things that you are known most for is helping adorn women from head, from head to toe, as you said. And I've seen your work, and I've seen you, many times, and there's no detail left when you practice your craft and your healing with women, and you really adorn them from head to toe. So how does the adornment celebrate and honor us as women?
You said, how does adornment celebrate and honor us as women?
Yes, yes.
So, adornment, especially from my lane as a holistic designer,
Mhm,
um, I from that stance, there is an incorporation of the nature-made materials into the clothing I make that
mhm,
allow us to breathe with the fabric that we're wearing, right?
mm. Okay.
There are certain colors that we consciously, intentionally make use of to subdue our enhance energies, because
Mhm,
everything is energy. There is a style of drape and flow that doesn't really constrict the womb area, um, or give an over pronounced, um, provocative expression to our body language and our vessels. It's all done very
mhm,
modestly and really modest as well.
mhm,
And so, in creating and bringing this mindset to the pieces, it allows us to embrace our, this is the interesting part, to embrace our bodies, however
mm,
voluptuous or statuesque um, it might be. For me, in doing so, especially when I sit down with my clients one on one and we're working on like a creative wardrobe, right? It's an
mhm.
opportunity to really redefine um, our body, our physique, right?
Yes.
And what is beautiful, and is to really embrace this vessel that we're in all its magnificence, right? And
Yes.
in doing so, discarding these notions of what defines beauty,
Mhm,
and kind of allowing for another definition to come in. And that definition, coming about not because of this vessel that we're in, but how we feel,
mm,
how we that vessel, and how we feel in that vessel is invoked because of how now we're redefining ourselves. We're taking
mhm,
this ownership of our bodies and this perspective of our bodies that is now redefined. And now there's this confidence that comes with it, or a newer confidence, or a newer perspective that comes with it. And
Mm-hmm.
there's this ownership of our I am God self, or I am God is self. And it really does have a way of really invoking and being an outward expression of the inner consciousness in connection with our femininity. It's a beautiful thing to see,
Yes.
bear witness to. It's a very transformational experience.
Mm-hmm.
Can be.
Absolutely. Yes. And I've watched how you would transform people when they sit in your chair, if you will, and you adorn them. And I've noticed that they I haven't had my chance yet, but I noticed that the expression on their face changes when you're working on them, and it's like it's bringing them comfort and a sense of healing.
Yeah, it's a powerful, there have been a lot of testimonies
Hmm.
um, at my chair,
Hmm.
and it's beautiful. It is a beautiful thing to see a
Yes.
woman maybe has never seen her, maybe has not seen herself as beautiful or powerful or um, valued, maybe. And
Hmm.
now this head wrap goes on, and it's almost like a crown on a queen.
Yeah.
And we tell it what's also happening sometimes uh, during that experience of having your head crowned with a head wrap is that you're connecting with your DNA memory of your lineage, of your royalty.
Mm,
Um, and have me tell her that's a very real thing that's occurring. Yeah, absolutely.
that's amazing.
It is. I'm humbled to be a catalyst for that, as however long it lasts. If it's just at that moment, she's sitting and getting her head wrapped up, and that's her first and last time, or if it's planting a seed that continues to grow and encourage her um, to
Hmm.
explore the ways of adorning herself.
Hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you so much, Queen, for this sharing this knowledge and wisdom with us about the divine feminine and how to embrace and express your femininity. Would you like to share how people can connect with you if they're interested in, especially your center, the I Collective, or interested in connecting with you to get a session or designs?
Absolutely. So, if ever you're in Philly, I Collective is a brick and mortar shop. We're not online as of yet as far as an e-commerce site. So if you're ever in Philly, West Philly, we're at 1439 North 52nd Street. We're housed in an amazing space called One Art, which is also a Black owned, women owned um, community space. Their whole vision is the sustainability in the Black and Brown community. And they have amazing workshops throughout the year. You've had the opportunity to come visit, so you see, some of the things that we do here, Tamara. So 1439 North 52nd Street. We're also online at I Collective and on Instagram. That's I, the
Hmm.
letter N like see the letter I, collective.com, and then I Collective underscore Philly on Instagram. And if
Okay, I'm gonna
you're
put
looking
that in comments. You
for
say is at I Collective.
INIcollective.com is the website. And
Hmm.
then on Instagram, we're INI Collective underscore Philly,
Okay.
PHILLY. And then if you're looking to have a headwrap consult, a dormant consult, you can find me on my website, which is simply netfah.com. That's SIMPLYNETFAH.com. I'm also on Instagram and Facebook under the same name. And I offer one-on-one head wrapping consults, adornment consults, holistic adornment consults, um, And right now, we're not taking new clients on the commission side of the garment making, but we'll be opened up after the holidays or after the new year. And another thing I just wanted to share, because this wasn't a word that we threw out there regarding the feminine side as strongly as I think I could have or should have, but that the love component,
Mhm.
like there's two vibrations really working um, in the universe, and always, it's always only been two. It's either love or fear. And it's really like that feminine energy. Not that the masculine is not, but it calls on us, and the universe is really calling on us to tap into that love vibration. Just really giving it the honors that it's due. I think sometimes, our compliments look at that love thing and think it's kind of weak and too
Mhm.
soft. Love is the most powerful emotion there is, and we need more. Can't get
Indeed.
enough of it.
Indeed. Yes. And then the work that you do with women is really teaching them to love themselves as you're expressing that love to them in the form of adorning them.
Absolutely, because also with that, we start. There's conversations and reasoning around again body type and defining self beauty. I do workshops on on health and wellness. I do workshops centered around self-defining beauty. I do workshops centered around uh, the connection between emotion and health. All these self-mastery. We
Mhm.
talk about, and we do workshops on each of these. And then again, the transformational power of adornment workshops that we do. And those are ongoing. If you want to find out when the next one's happening, hop on simplynetfah.com, sign up on the mailing list.
Mhm.
Uh, our workshops and offerings go through our direct mailing.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Queen, for sharing this with us. And I pray and hope and pray that everyone that's listening will start to look at themselves in a different light, especially the sisters, and start defining their own sense of beauty, and regardless of what their body type or how they look.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
All
an
right.
amazing opportunity that's very transformative.
Give
No
thanks for
doubt.
that. So thank you so much for your presence and for sharing your wisdom and your expression of your feminine creativity with us. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate you having this platform and offering, and thank you, Tana.
Give thanks. Give thanks. All right, everyone. Good night and peace and blessings and love to you all.